Have you ever stopped and wondered what it actually means to be? It sounds like a simple question, but it's one of the deepest and most confusing problems in philosophy. The ancient Greeks talked about it, but for centuries, philosophers kind of forgot to ask what being itself really means. Then, in 1927, a German philosopher named Martin Heidegger came along and dropped a bombshell on the world of thought. His book, Being and Time. This book is famously difficult, but its core idea is revolutionary. Heidegger said, "Hey, we've been asking the wrong questions. Before we can understand what being is in general, we first need to understand the being of the one who is asking the question." And who's asking? We are. Humans. Heidegger gives us a special name, Dasein. It's a German word that literally means being there. It's his term for the unique way humans exist. Unlike a rock or a chair, which just sits there, our existence is a dynamic process. We are thrown into the world without choosing to be, and we find ourselves always already in a situation. With a past, a present, and a future we're constantly moving toward. For Heidegger, Dasein isn't a thing with fixed properties. It's a field of possibilities. Think about it. At every moment, you are choosing what to do next, what to become. Your existence is defined by this constant projection into the future. You are what you do. So, how do we typically exist in our day-to-day lives? Heidegger points out that most of the time, we're absorbed in the world. In an inauthentic way, we're busy with tasks, using tools, and interacting with others. He calls this being in a world. When you use a hammer, you don't think about the hammer's physical properties. You just use it. It becomes an extension of your hand, part of your project. The world isn't a collection of objects we observe from a distance. It's a web of relationships and equipment we're entangled with. We also get caught up in what they say. We follow trends, conform to social norms, and do what's expected without really thinking for ourselves. This is the world of the they, das Man in German. It's comfortable and easy, but it covers up our true, individual existence. But Heidegger says there's another way to exist. Authentically, what pulls us out of the everyday chatter of the anxiety, not the everyday stress about work or bills, but a deeper, more profound feeling. Is that unsettling feeling that the world we take for granted has no solid ground. In moments of anxiety, the familiar world recedes, and we come face to face with our own freedom and our own mortality. This brings us to the second half of the book's title, Time. For Heidegger, our understanding of being is fundamentally tied to time. Specifically, our awareness that our time is limited. Our being is a being. Now, this sounds super gloomy, but Heidegger doesn't mean it to be depressing. Facing our own death is what allows us to live an authentic life. When we realize our time is finite, we're forced to ask, what truly matters? It frees us from the trivial concerns of the day and allows us to seize our own possibilities, to live a life that is truly our own. So, being and time is a powerful call to action. It asks us to wake up from our everyday slumber and confront the big questions of our existence. It's about understanding that we are not just things in the world, but the very place where the meaning of being is revealed. By grappling with our thrownness, our anxiety, and our we can move from an inauthentic life dictated by others to an authentic one where we take responsibility for our own being. It's a challenging read, but its message is timeless. Live deliberately, live authentically, because your time is now. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into philosophy, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep thoughts. See you in the next video.